I'm sorry I don't have any jokes. And I'm nowhere near as funny as Al Pachoka, but I guess I'm done. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I had written several pages of a speech that detailed what I saw as our successes and failures, my joys and disappointments. Quite frankly, there was plenty of both, and even some profundities that I hope to share. But what's the point? Those are battles already won and lost, and some just got rained out. Besides, other reps have done such a fine job of covering most of that. Instead, I'd like to take my time to thank so many people who have made this the most remarkable and fastest 6 years of my life. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the people of the 101st District, Mason, Manistee, Benzie, and Leelanau counties. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve you, and a very heartfelt thanks to the slightly more than 50% who supported and voted for me. You got that, didn't you, Eric? Especially all those dedicated souls who helped me in so many ways, doing doors, parades, fundraisers. It was you who made this journey possible. And except for maybe one vote, I think I did what I said I would do and voted how you expected me to. I would like to thank my Tuesday morning group. Your insights and opinions often brought a different and clarifying perspective to many bills for me. I would like to thank my vice chairs, Representative Roberts and DeAnda. Thank you for your help running a very smooth committee. I think it went well. Thank you. I would like to thank Cheryl, Stephanie, and Sandra. Your pleasant welcome and warm smile brightened every day that I entered this beautiful chamber. And even more, after 25 hours straight, with several more hours to go for you folks, you were still so nice to me. Thank you very much. I would like to thank John Perry, Jeff Barrett. You certainly helped me with my communication skills, although it doesn't show right now. Returning members, if you're not using them once a week, you're missing a great opportunity. Thank you, thank you to Mike Quinlan, Rich Adams for all the pictures. Pretty tough subject matter, but you did a great job. Thank you to all the policy staff, both past and present. You made me much smarter than I am. Thank you to Joelle. You helped make it very easy up on the rostrum, and you made my job much easier. Your mom is rightly proud of you. Also, thanks to Alice for taking good care of us. Thank you to Chief Dixon, and special thank you to all his Jedi Knights. That's his term. Don Dunnell, Randy Carpenter, David Dalkey, Peter DePreckle, Chris Devlin, Lauren DeYoung, John Hirschman, Randy Kindy, Fawn McHenry, and John Treby. I do that so they're in the journal. Special thanks to Don. I hope he's, there you are. Thank you for stepping in that one time when I had lobbyists coming after me, spouting vulgarities. Could have got very ugly. Thank you, sir. They were always so helpful, pleasant, and definitely reassuring. A couple of those guys actually said they would take one for me. What a humbling compliment that is. Not sure if they really would, but I'm really glad we didn't have to find out. Thank you to David, Rich, Eric, Smitty, Ben, and even Billy. Your friendship and fun made every fine worthwhile. Very special thank you to Clerk Randall, who has become a very dear friend. I can't begin to express my appreciation for all your wisdom and encouragement over the last 6 years. I so enjoyed participating in your class and visiting with you to discuss politics, policy, and the history of this great institution. As a lover of history, and especially political history, I thoroughly enjoyed our talks. And speaking of history, I'm sure many of you don't know how special Clerk Randall is, really historically. Not that he's old or anything, but you see a very much younger Representative Geary sat right over there and voted on a resolution to make Michigan the final state to ratify the 27th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. Very few people in this world left that can say that. What makes us even more unique is the 27th Amendment was drafted by James Madison. Yeah, that James Madison. 203 years before. It was one of the first 17 amendments proposed, 10 of which became the Bill of Rights. Clerk Randall, it's been an honor to know you, sir. Thank you to the lobbyists. You've been pretty good friends, or at least friendly. And you do a great job advocating for mostly Michigan companies that sometimes need your help, like energy and insurance and farmers. Unfortunately, in another couple of days, they're going to change my name to Ray Who. Thank you to the absolutely wonderful people who have worked for me in my office. Brian Modelsky, Josh Robertson, James Crone, and Danielle Siriani. Thank you. She's currently with me. You all did a marvelous job with constituents and made me look really good. Special thanks to Judy Spawn back home. She's my treasurer for the last 8 years, and she kept me legal. And then there's Jennifer Smeltzer. She and David have been very good friends of mine for more than 20 years. When this seat came open, I thought I'd run by putting out a few signs and kind of calling it good. It was Jennifer, with her experience and knowledge, who offered the help, and thank God she did. I would not be standing here today but for Jennifer Smeltzer. It was her plan and execution that won the primary that I wasn't supposed to win, and then she went on to unseat an incumbent who had clobbered me in the election before against some pretty stiff opposition that got really ugly. So much so, I was very glad my parents weren't around to see the ads against their son. Jennifer and I continued to win, and once here, she had a hand in nearly every bill I had, and once I became a regular chair of regulatory reform, she continued to help develop good policy by working with disparate groups to craft language that really worked. Our office, that is Jennifer, was even asked by several other reps to help with liquor issues, which of course we could and did because of her relationship. And through it all, over 8 years, Jennifer has always had my back. Priceless. Thank you, partner. I would like to thank Carol, Faye, and Tammy, 3 ladies who worked for me for over 100 years combined, along with most of their children. Why Carol, Faye, and Tammy? Well, they are my first test on every bill. How does it affect them? They are the faces of people, real people, for whom I work. I would like to thank, God, I'm not going to get through this. I would like to thank my two sons, Mark and Jeff, and their families. They help with campaigning, parades, and encouragement, and they really kept me grounded. When I was ranked 93rd most conservative, 93% most conservative, I thought I was doing pretty good. First thing out of both of their mouths is what happened to you on the other 7%. Grounded. I love those boys. Finally, I'd like to thank Speaker Cotter and all the members of my caucus, and for that matter, all the members of the House. You appointed me to a leadership position and entrusted me with the gavel. You have no idea what an experience it is to be in the chair. I absolutely love it. Think about this for a second. There's over 320 million people in America, and only a couple hundred get to do what you allow me to do. I will be eternally grateful to each and every one of you. Thank you and goodbye.